We start tonight with a victory for a former Afghan interpreter arrested by ICE nearly 4 months ago following a routine immigration hearing. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto. A federal district judge has now ordered the release of Sayed Naser after finding that the U.S. government had violated his right to due process. CBS 8's Richard Allen is live in San Ysidro, where Naser's friends and family just celebrated his release. Richard?
Well, Carlo, that's right. And take a look at this video we shot literally minutes ago here on the streets of San Ysidro, where Sayed Naser was released from federal custody. Now, he did not speak to the media tonight, but you could see on his face the relief and the joy of being reunited with his friends and family, ending a nearly 4-month detention in federal custody.
It has been a long journey since June 12th.
Sean Van Diver of Afghan EVAC, a nonprofit that supports the resettlement of Afghan allies, says the ruling today goes beyond just one man.
It's a victory for the American judicial system. It's a victory for due process. It's a victory for the very idea of America.
I work with the U.S. military back in my home country. I have all the documents.
On June 12th, Naser, who can be heard saying he worked as an interpreter for the U.S. military during the war in Afghanistan, was arrested by ICE following a routine immigration status hearing, remaining in federal custody for the past 3.5 months.
He was, sitting in squalor in a ICE detention facility here in San Diego. I don't think anybody would call that a 5-star hotel.
Over that time, the legal battle for Naser's release has dragged on, culminating with a court hearing Thursday.
I was still on pins and needles all night.
This morning, Naser's attorney, Brian McGoldrick, got the news that a federal district judge ordered Naser's immediate release, determining that the government had violated Naser's right to due process.
That they needed to give him notice that they were going to terminate his parole, that they had to find that he was a flight risk or that he was a menace to society. They didn't do any of that. They just grabbed him as we walked out of the courtroom.
And also ruling that he could not be detained again without further order from the court.
He should be free from being snatched off the street.
We're excited to give him a hug and welcome him back to freedom.
Supporters say that moving forward, Naser will continue his fight for asylum here in the U.S.
For somebody who stood by U.S. forces during our longest war, it seems like the least we could do to let him enjoy his freedom while he continues through the immigration process.
And we do expect to hear from Sayed Naser sometime next week. Also next week on Friday, the federal judge who ordered Naser's release is expected to release his full opinion on this case. So we'll also be looking to that. And one more note, we did reach out to ICE for comment on Naser's court-ordered release today, but we have yet to hear back. Carlo?
Can only imagine the relief. Thank you, Richard.